In a world that often feels, well, chaotic, fast-paced, and sometimes, honestly, like the bad guys are winning, where do you find stability? Real truth. Today we're doing a deep dive into some ancient wisdom that maybe surprisingly feels incredibly relevant right now. We're looking at Psalm 52. It's quite powerful, very direct. And our mission really is to pull out the key insights and see how we can actually use its wisdom today, especially for, strengthening our trust and relationship with God.
That's right. Psalm 52, it's truly timeless. It gives us these deep insights into, well, us human nature, divine justice, and its message feels just as potent now as it must have thousands of years ago. It really speaks to where we put our trust, doesn't it?
Okay, let's unpack this
Yep.
because the story behind it is pretty intense, very personal. This isn't some abstract poem. It's David's response to a specific, painful betrayal. A guy named Doeg the Edomite basically snitched on David to King Saul, and it led to this horrific massacre of priests.
Yeah, imagine the grief, the anger, the sense of injustice David must have felt. It's raw.
Absolutely. So David paints this picture of the wicked man, the one like Doeg. He says he boasts in mischief, almost proud of doing wrong.
Gloating, even.
Right. And his tongue, it's described as like a sharp razor, working deceitfully.
Wow. Not just lies, but weaponized words.
Exactly. Loving evil more than good. Lying rather than righteousness. Just devouring words. A deceitful tongue.
And David nails the root cause, doesn't he?
He does. He says this person made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches.
Ah, there it is. Trusting in stuff, in power, in wealth, not in God.
Precisely. And strengthening himself in his wickedness.
But then the psalm draws this really stark contrast. It pivots completely. It talks about God's response to that kind of wickedness. It's with certain destruction. God will pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out. It sounds harsh, but it's presented as inevitable divine justice, not human revenge.
It's like a cosmic course correction.
Exactly. And the righteous, they shall see and fear and shall laugh at him. Not cruel laughter, maybe, but vindication, relief that truth wins.
And right after describing all that darkness, David flips it. It's amazing. He says, but I am like a green olive tree in the house of God.
Such a powerful image. Resilience, life, rootedness.
Right in the middle of the chaos.
Yeah.
I trust in the mercy of God forever and ever. His stability isn't in his circumstances.
No, it's anchored somewhere else entirely, and that really gets to the core wisdom here. First, this idea that pride in doing wrong, it just leads to ruin. It's short-sighted. Doeg thought he was clever, powerful.
But he's building on sand.
Totally. Second, words have real weight. That sharp razor idea. It shows lies and slander aren't just words. They do things. They destroy.
You see that constantly, especially today online.
Oh, absolutely. And third, trusting in earthly power, like riches or influence, instead of God. It's fundamentally misplaced trust. It's unstable.
Because those things can vanish.
Instantly. While David, with his olive tree image, shows that true flourishing comes from that steadfast trust in God's mercy. That's where the real security is.
So even when things look bad, when the Doeg seem to be winning,
The psalm reassures us. God's justice is certain. It might take time, but it's inevitable. There's an ultimate order.
it's incredible how relevant that feels. These ancient truths, they echo right now, don't they? So how do we take this and, apply it practically?
Great question. Think about leadership or business ethics. That ruthless ambition we sometimes see.
Yeah, cutting corners,
Yeah.
maybe being deceptive to get ahead.
Right. Psalm 52 warns against it, not just morally, but strategically. Short-term gains built on lies often lead to long-term collapse. Trust evaporates. Reputations are ruined.
We see examples of that all the time in the news.
Definitely. And then there's guarding our speech, that sharp razor. In the digital age, wow. Social media means words fly instantly, globally. We have to be so careful. Are our words building up or tearing down? Truthful or deceitful?
Makes you pause before hitting send, for sure.
It should. And this ties into avoiding misplaced trust. Wealth, status, connections, they can be incredibly fragile. Anchoring your life in character, in faith, gives you stability when, inevitably, the ground shifts.
Like being that olive tree, even when the environment is harsh.
Exactly. Flourishing even in tough times because you're rooted in something solid: values, truth, God's mercy. And finally, patience. When injustice seems to prevail, when wrongdoers seem to win. This psalm reminds us it's temporary. God's justice is sure. It calls for steadfastness.
Okay, bringing it back to our core question then.
Mm-hmm.
How does understanding all this actually strengthen our trust, our relationship with God, especially when we're feeling hurt or betrayed ourselves?
Well, it's not just about saying trust God. It deepens trust by showing God isn't passive. He's active, sovereign. His goodness endures, unlike human schemes. Seeing the pattern, the fall of arrogant evil, the resilience of the trusting confirms his character and his ways.
So witnessing that pattern builds confidence in his ultimate justice and goodness.
Precisely. Trusting in his mercy, like David chose to do, isn't blind faith. It's aligning yourself with the way things really are, the source of true security and flourishing. It means understanding our actions, our words, they matter deeply.
So living this out means consciously choosing not to put our ultimate faith in those fleeting things, money, power, reputation.
But instead anchoring it in God's unwavering mercy and justice. That active choice, day by day, builds that strong relationship. It lets you stand firm like that olive tree.
What a powerful takeaway. Psalm 52 really is this vivid reminder, isn't it?
Yeah.
The futility of trusting the wrong things and the incredible strength found in God's mercy.
Exactly. It's not just a warning. It's a positive guide for how to live rooted in something real, something lasting, truth and trust.
So as you go about your week, maybe mull this over. How will you apply this information in your life? Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.